Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What?
Lady Gaga. I was looking at her Instagram page and she has this beautiful jacuzzi. She's on a float in her beautiful jacuzzi at her beautiful home, and she's only a year or two older than me, and it made me a little envious, it made me a little jealous because...
Well, stop being jealous and move forward in your own life, and you can have those things.
Do you think I'll ever have like the grandiose rock star like existence?
No, nobody has the grandiose rock star. It's like one in a gazillion that have that happen to them.
She's very lucky to actually have that existence. Because
but you know what? The grass is always greener. Sometimes it looks like, oh, she's so happy. Sometimes the more material things people have, the more unhappy they are because they have nothing to attain. When you have nothing to attain in life, you have no reason to keep going.
So I was having a conversation with somebody who is relatively anonymous on the internet, and I believe this person was successful, and they said, people say money and fame don't buy happiness and create happiness, but that's actually what poor people and middle class people say. Actually, money does make people happy, and if you have a wonderful house like Lady Gaga, you can buy anything you want, it actually makes you happy, you can afford all the best doctors, all the best foods. So it's kind of a fallacy when people say money can't buy happiness, because in many ways it can.
It can buy comfort. It can buy comfort. It cannot buy happiness.
I mean,
how come a lot of celebrities get depraved? They're addicted to drugs. They're in and out of rehab for drugs and alcohol addiction because they're so happy.
I mean, there are obviously rock stars that get overwhelmed by fame and have severe mental illness. Let's take Jim Morrison of The Doors, Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. They're so famous that they can't handle it. But those are extreme examples. Most people with money and moderate fame, are happier than somebody who's dependent on his mother living in a small apartment-like area with a severe mental illness. I mean, when you get older and go away, I'm going to be...
Life isn't fair. Life is not fair. People that can have fabulous fame can get lung cancer the next day. There's no absolutes.
And if you're eating all the worst foods, my diet's horrible. You're going to be more likely to get cancer. I mean,
but there's no reason that you can't eat healthy foods. There is no reason. It's laziness.
Money makes you...
They have today foods now and brands that make organic foods reasonable at Walmart. So it's just laziness. There's foods out there. You could be a vegetarian. Vegetables do not cost as much as meats. They don't. So
So you don't think the rich,
I don't believe,
you don't think the rich get the best food and
they do get the best care. I'm not saying they don't get the best doctor care and hospital care. I'm not saying that. However, there are programs out there, but you have to be tenacious. You have to look for it. You have to fight for it. It's harder. It's harder for somebody with issues. It's harder. However, the rich aren't always happier and better.
So I was looking at a picture of Lady Gaga's jacuzzi from her home alone. Remember that wonderful pool at Harrah's that we went to in Atlantic City? Her jacuzzi looked like that, and I'm sure her pool is even greater. And this is in her home.
Who cares?
I
mean, she might be the loneliest person on the face of the earth. She might go from boyfriend to boyfriend, get smacked around. She might be drunk every night and taking pills. Look at, so you see stuff. It's like you believe the unreality of the internet land. That's just not real. It's not real. These people are just bored with their lives. They're bored with their lives. Making yourself happy comes from within.
But let's not pretend that you wouldn't love to have that jacuzzi. I mean, that was a beautiful pool, a beautiful jacuzzi.
Well, look at people with jacuzzis. They go in once or twice and they're bored with it.
Right.
Even people that join gyms that have jacuzzis. Oh, I'm going to go in the jacuzzi. They go in once or twice and they're bored.
It's kind of like our pool out back. We have a pool out back.
And you go in once or twice and you're bored with it.
Right.
Everything in life, no matter how grandiose, gets boring. Everything. You've got to make life happen.
There was a radio talk show host, Anthony Cumia from Opie and Anthony. He doesn't have nearly as much money as Lady Gaga, but he had a beautiful pool according to the radio show. He said it was a heated pool, it was like really large. He said he loved going in it every day, drinking an alcoholic beverage in the pool, and he said it was like a wonderful thing, and he said when he was working as a tin knocker in construction, he lays in his pool and he thanks God that his existence completely changed from being this poor, struggling guy to living sitting in a pool, drinking an alcoholic beverage. I guess it makes him appreciate his success more. Because
Okay, and so you can value that. But let me tell you something. Everybody can make their existence happy depending on, and I could be the best poor person there is, because there are ways around being not wealthy. There are ways to get the things that you want. There are ways to do, and when you are that tenacious, wealth, be it emotional health and happiness, be it physical wealth, be it material things, don't make you happy. They can give you comfort, but they do not make you happy.
Power, control, and purpose are what kind of lead to happiness, right?
No, power becomes evil. Power becomes control.
Power in a way, because I feel like since I'm dependent on you, Dad, and my stepdad, independence and getting power and
success,
taking charge of your life, getting success, and finding a purpose. It would make
personal success.
Because right now I'm like, Mommy, I need you. But the reality is, I don't need anyone to function on my own. I can do it myself.
No, that's not true. We all need support. Yes, I know what you're saying.
I'm not saying I don't need you to function, and I do want my mother and family in my life. But I'm 32 years old. I should be able to take care of myself when you're not around.
And you can. And you know what? Everybody needs support.
No, I'm not saying I don't. I'm
not saying that.
Okay.
But everybody needs a outside, support and love, and that boosts us up and helps us to be even more successful. If you listen to the most successful people, i.e. writers, musicians, doctors, geniuses, there's one person in their life that always believed in them, always knew that they can do it, and always loved them and had their back. And whether that's a significant other, whether it's a support group, whether it's a support friend, sometimes that one individual or that 5 individuals, they're the ones that, they're the wind beneath your wings.
Right, and I feel like you are the wind beneath my wings.
No, you're the wind beneath your own wings now. Maybe at one time.
No. I mean, when I was really sick and I needed somebody to help me, I feel like you were the wind beneath my wings. But obviously.
But that's a mother. That's a good mother. A mother would always be there for her child. Always.
And I feel like I didn't really have that father figure, but thankfully my mother made up for it.
And you know what, Andrew? Mothers are a unique. Good mothers are a unique brand, and they can't. It's inside of them that they would do anything for their child's success, anything, and for their child's happiness. They want their child to be happy, no matter what. No matter what circumstances, they will sell themselves to make their children happy.
Right. I look at artists like Lady Gaga. I feel like I'm a better artist. Have you seen me in front of the camera? I'm a better actor. She was in A Star Is Born.
But you know what? She got the breaks, Andrew.
She got the break. She got the opportunities. And she. I guess if you behave sensational when you're younger, people pay attention more.
You have to. She had the voice. You have to have a specific talent that's discovered.
There are a lot of people. I went to this nightclub with friends from the support group I go to. We saw this artist. She composed her own music. She was very talented. But what Lady Gaga did was she dressed up in ridiculous outfits, was shocking, attention grabbing, and people took notice. And what she did, she's made herself really rich, really famous, because people were like, "Wow, this is shocking. This is."
She also has a good voice.
She has talent too, but.
So they have America's Got Talent. People get on there and dress up like a donkey. There were people that played their stomach with a tambourine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to have their moment in fame. They put them on there and they gong them. But I mean, that's what they think is funny. One guy was tape face. He put tape over his mouth and he got a show in Vegas. He was so ridiculous. He was so ridiculous.
That drives me wild. How does tape face get successful?
Look him up on the internet, take face.
I'm still an anonymity.
He went on America's Got Talent, and for whatever reason, look at his gimmick. And for whatever reason, most people get gonged off when they're ridiculous. But for whatever reason, people liked him. The audience liked him. So people went on there with different illnesses and made fun, poked fun at their illnesses. And
yeah, I mean,
the comedians that did that, they did well. They got gigs. So you have to find, look at the scream, the picture of the scream.
Oh, but the Edvin Munch painting, The Scream.
But I mean, think about that. That painting is splashes of color with a ghost-like figure. Think about that.
I mean, it really defines anxiety and
panic.
And panic. Like picture everybody around you. You're in a crowded.
Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors.
No, because you're getting too close to the microphone.
Beautiful colors and the sun going down, and then the scream. I mean,
I feel this all over. Like, picture you're in a crowded restaurant with friends, and you're feeling really anxious.
The sun is going down.
And you feel like everybody's focused on you, and you're like, oh! Everybody can relate to that photo.
Everybody can relate to that photo, and it made it big. I love the idea, and it has not been done, of a window, looking out the window, with the rain, with the drips of the rain. I mean, think about the blues period of artists. I think it was Picasso, the blues period, when he was in his most depressed state. He painted the most magnificent, they're very abstract, which I'm not a fan that much of abstract.
Yeah.
But look at the blues period of Picasso's. He was very depressed when he painted that. All of those paintings soared to, because his creative juices were flowing when he was in his most vulnerable state.
And do you know what I found? Like maybe a drawing. Obviously, I'm not nearly as talented as Picasso or Edvin Munch. I have an interesting style of drawing.
Look at their paintings.
No, okay. Let me talk for a second. So I've made a lot of drawings, and I want to get into painting, but obviously I paint like I'm a beginner. And that's kind of part of my charm. I showed it to people at the art gallery, at the support group I go to. They liked it because it kind of looks like somebody who's recovering, the paintings of somebody who's recovering, and it's relatable in that way, but I'm very, very, very talented.
Let me tell you something. If you let go of this trying to do realism, that's realism, that you're trying to make it look real.
Yeah.
If you let go of realism and go to Picasso's blues period, Picasso wasn't a realist painter. He didn't paint realism. Go and look at the way he painted. It was emotional painting. I feel I want to splash some red. I want teardrops.
Right.
And he put this all on the canvas. Look at the colors that he uses, this deep blue. It's not a realist, let me see if I can draw the outline of a dog or a cat. It wasn't like that. It's just splashes of emotion. Let yourself be free as a painter. Your artistic juices might not be trying to get a real figure. It might be splashes. Look at the screen.
Yeah.
That's all done like this.
No, I know. I understand. And obviously, I have my own style that I've developed.
Try those other styles.
I'm going to try other styles.
And do it on canvas.
And I feel like my strength is also comedy and in front of videos. I mean, I would love to try painting.
I still have those things that we wrote up that, try to keep practicing them.
I write material and make videos every day. So this is, it's not I don't want to steal your content.
No, it's not mine.
And I feel like my content's usually better than yours. So.
But you're not doing a ba-boom. A ba-boom. It's got to be
a punchline. You mean?
Whatever that's called.
A ba-boom. A punchline. Yeah, I got to work on developing ba-booms.
It's just droning on and on, you're going to lose people. Even when a comedian gets up there, and I watch them, and it goes on too long, and they start getting into a story, the people are like, it's got to grab you sooner than later, the punchline.
Right.
And people have to relate to it. So that's what you have to, and practice that in front of the camera. Practice and see how it comes out. Then show it to people and see if they think it's fun.
But we'll get back to Lady Gaga. I mean, I look at her beautiful home, I look at her beautiful pool, I look at her beautiful jacuzzi. Maybe someday with my art, if I get good enough, do you think I could ever get a house that big?
I don't know, Andrew. What would you do with a house that big? Do you really feel that everything that she has that you don't have? I mean, you really have everything. And you probably even have more than her because she doesn't know who's her friend and who's not because people use her for her money. So you got to remember, people get very paranoid when they have money. I know somebody that had a lot of money and he was so paranoid he couldn't stand himself because he thought everybody was using him for his money. So you know what, Andrew? In life, there's trade-offs. You know, you think that having all that money, you'd always be worried about your friends would really like you, they just want your money, they're just using you for your money. So there's always,
Right.
there's always, if you can live a life that you have enough money to go out to eat now and then, visit with friends, have a nice, comfortable, you know, be thankful for that, enjoy the freedom of that. There's a lot of freedom in that, where people like Lady Gaga are trapped by her name and her money. And look at Princess Diana, was hunted until they killed her, until the paparazzi killed her.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That is what it is.
That is what it is.
Thank you for making that video, Ma.
All right. Enjoy your day.